Students, parents, teachers, and faculty, welcome. And a shout out to the class of 2022.
It is such an honor to speak in front of you all today, especially at a convocation that feels so special. Before we begin, let's take a round of applause for our administration, faculty, and staff who have held it all together for us for the third straight school year during the pandemic. Months ago, we were sent home from school and ushered into what would become the world of Zoom. We became accustomed to a perpetual state of uncertainty as we stockpiled snacks, hoarded toilet paper, and pondered the great question of quarantine. Did Carol Baskin do it? Now, over a year later, and entering a new school year, we find ourselves together again for the first time, even though some of our safety protocols remain. There is an old Viking proverb that I believe can guide us through this next school year. It reads, quote, "There is seldom a single wave." Well, quite literally, we are in another wave of COVID-19 with the arrival of the Delta variant, but we hope it will not be as fierce as the one we have just endured, or we have experienced on our side. Gone are the days of Zoom and straining to fill the painfully awkward silence of breakout rooms. Gone are the days of sleeping through our first period Zoom class at home. Sorry, Mr. B.
Sorry, Mr. Feinberg.
Believe us, entering our senior year, we wish things were back to normal, that we could ditch the masks and all that comes with them. But instead of thinking of our masks as an annoyance, let's reframe our situation and see them as our armor. In this battle against the virus, we are protecting those who have not yet had the opportunity to receive a vaccine, namely our younger guys. And to our lower schoolers, even superheroes wear masks. You could wear your mask like the Incredibles as you take leaps on the playground and take on the greatest villain's ball. Cursive handwriting, multiplication tables, and type toner. The Delta variant may represent another wave for us, but wearing these masks will help us right through it. At Academy, many other waves have come our way. Some have come as we battle our fiercest rivals on athletic fields, or when we are taking an assessment, or two, or three. For our pre-Kers, one wave could be courageously stepping out of your comfort zone to make more friends. Or for our third graders, memorizing their characters' lines for the wax museum. Or for our eighth graders, preparing their witness testimony for the Cold War trial. For our juniors, conquering the daunting junior speech. In our years at Academy, we've learned that these challenges can be navigated because we have a community of teachers, classmates, and teammates who work together to help us overcome storms and reach our distant shores. Waves may rock Viking ships, but we have learned right here at our school how to sail.
Now I'm going to share a second proverb that I also believe will help guide us through this year. It is quite simple, and it reads, "Seek the good." It is often so tempting to focus on the negatives in our lives. In fact, it is actually scientifically shown that it's a human tendency to focus more on the negatives than the positives. But it's also scientifically shown that we humans are happier when we make an effort to think positively. Gurby demonstrated with our situation of having to wear masks that there are many ways to find positives in the most unfavorable of our circumstances. What we believe is important to being our happiest selves at CA is making this intentional effort to seek the good. It's not only so important to find the good amidst our waves, but it is so important to find the good within the people we sail with. This year, Gurby and I might be looking forward to coming back from the summer break. And it makes me crazy. Waking up early, doing homework, taking tests, and leaving behind the summer sandals for Sperry's or else sneakers. Unless you are a good friend who, as our senior class knows, one time pulled up to school wearing brown notebooks and sandals in 7th grade. But looking back on our years at Academy, Gurby and I both came to the same conclusion. Our biggest source of happiness at CA is the people, the relationships we build along the way. With classmates, peers from other grades, teammates, teachers and staff, coaches, and more. We're sure many of you feel the same way. But this source of happiness comes at an effort, a true effort to love, understand, and ultimately find the good in one another. We must try to love, understand, and find the good in one another. We must try to love by befriending a classmate you wouldn't normally talk to. We must try to understand by embracing any differences and discovering the incredible people behind those differences. We must try to find the good by always giving second chances and remembering the nice things people have done for you. This window of time in our lives is so precious. Before we know it, we'll be standing right here today, crying tears of joy and sadness in the final bell, accepting the fact that we may never see again some of these people we've seen almost every day for years, eating hundreds of meals with, and ultimately growing up with. Acknowledging how the next time we may see some of our classmates, some of us may have kids, and our kids will be sitting right there like these wonderful children, starting their journeys at the most incredible school. 13 years seems like a long time to become a senior, but trust us, it will go by fast. We can't miss out on knowing someone incredible because we haven't made a true effort to love, understand, and find the good in them. It all comes from a willingness to try, and you will not regret it.
So, on this quest at CA, let us remind ourselves, there is seldom a single way.
But we must always seek the good.
Have a wonderful year.